Hebrews. This is Prophets of Awakening. This is our advanced Israelite Bible study, 24th of May, 2022. So what we're going to be doing is later on in class, I'll be reading out of Numbers chapter 1. So with that being said, I'm going to ask everybody to like, share, and subscribe to Prophets of Awakening channel. Hit the notification button if you can. And for those that don't know, this is a non-Messianic channel. We deal with the Tanakh and the Torah. Tanakh is the Old Testament, so-called Book of Remembrance, and the Torah is the first 5 books of the Old Testament that was given to Moses on Mount Sinai by the Lord of hosts. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna welcome everybody to this Prophets Awakening Advanced Bible Study, and we're gonna do our moment of silence, our prayer, and we're gonna go into our songs, and then we do the current events, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So with that being said, this moment of silence is for Lord of Hosts and all that He's doing to bring about our deliverance from the land of our oppressors. Prophesy deliverance. O Lord, I pray unto the Lord my God. We make our confessions, O Lord. Great and dreadful God, keep your covenant and mercy to them that love thee and to them that keep thy commandments. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of face as it is this day. To the men of Judah, to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven us, because of our trespass, for we have trespassed against thee. As it is written in the laws of Moses, all this evil has come upon us in the land of our captivity, here in the Americas, Caribbean, Great Britain, and Africa, and around the world. O Lord, according to all thy righteousness, I beseech thee, that thine anger and thy fury be turned away from thy city, Jerusalem, and thy people, and thy holy mountain. O Lord, hear this prayer and cause thy face to shine upon thy sanctuary and thy people for your sake. O Lord, open thine eyes and incline thine ears to hear and behold our condition. O Lord, and hear. O Lord, forgive, O Lord, and hearken, and do, and defer not. For thine own sake, O my Lord, for thy people and your land need you desperately at this hour. Peace be unto you. Okay, what's up, brother?
All right. Brother
Okay.
Leonard?
Oh, yeah, what's up with you?
All right. Good to see you, man.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to read the songs right quick.
All right.
I'm gonna read Psalms 50. It's God is the judge. The Psalm of Asaph. The mighty God, even the Lord, has spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, he shall not keep silent. The fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very temperate round about him. And he shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he have judged his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteous, righteousness. God is judge. God is judge himself. Shelah, hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings to have been continuously before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he goats out of thy fold. For every beast thine, and the cattle between the 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. And I was and said, if I was hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the or the flesh of the bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High. They call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing instructions, thou hast instructions, and casted my word behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, being thou consented with him, and hast been partaker with the adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and have kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set thee in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver you. Whoso offereth praise glorifies me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God. So that was Psalms 50.
Yeah. Hey, Brother Leonard,
What you got?
what is your definition of salvation?
You know, salvation is when Israel go straight from the Most High, and the Most High comes and deliver them from their oppressor. Bring
Right, right. I do too. I associate salvation with like saving us from the enemy.
right,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? And so, yeah. That's what that's in my mind is I'm trying to understand how other people get a different definition than that.
Christianity,
You know what I'm saying?
Christianity. Yeah,
Christianity.
yeah. When they
Well,
Christian,
yeah.
there, they created salvation. Yeah,
Mm,
two different definitions.
okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
To be saved from my enemies, that's salvation.
Right.
And so when he gather us up, we won't have another enemy like that no more, right?
No, he do away with them.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah,
the salvation what we're talking about here. When we ain't
right,
got none of those problems no more, right?
right. Yeah, he brings them on the scene to chastise us. Then he judge them and deliver us.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Let's is there a certain topic that you want to hit, brother?
I was gonna do this current events, and then I got a little need to know information. Then we go into Q&A. Then we can pick it up like that.
Okay, gotcha.
What you got?
The
You want to bring out something right quick?
no, I'm just kind of like you, man, just floating around, just
Okay.
constantly want to bounce stuff off of you. But the
Right.
current events, there's two of them, right? There's the shooting in New York, and there's
Right.
the shooting right here in Texas.
Right. Yeah, I got one of them I'm gonna talk about. I'm talking about the one that just happened in Texas.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna play a video on. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll play that right now, and then I'll go to the other one. All right.
want to tell you that what happened in Uvalde is a horrific tragedy that cannot be tolerated in the state of Texas. And there is swift action being taken by local law enforcement as well as the Texas Department of Public Safety. They obviously now know who the shooter was, and the shooter is no longer alive. Let me give you some details, and then I'll give you a summation about that. The shooter was Salvador Romas, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde. It's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle, but that is not yet confirmed according to my most recent report. He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly, 14 students and killed a teacher. Mr. Romas, the shooter, he himself is deceased and is believed that responding officers killed him. It appears that 2 responding officers were struck by rounds, but have no serious injuries. The Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District Police Department is the investigating agency, and we will provide them and the city of Uvalde substantial investigative and patrol assistance. We're in the process of obtaining detailed background information on the subject, his motive, the types of weapons used, the legal authority to possess them, and conduct a comprehensive crime scene investigation and reconstruction, and identify and interview all witnesses and provide victim services and other support as needed. Victor Escalon is the Texas Department of Public Safety South Texas Regional Director. He is on the scene, and everything that can be done will be done. In addition to that, it is being reported that the subject shot his grandmother right before he went into the school. And I have no further information about the connection between those 2 shootings. And the subject is reported to be a student, to have been a student at Uvalde High School, and is a U.S. citizen. Bottom line is this, however, and that is when parents drop their kids off at school, they have every expectation to know that they're going to be able to pick their child up when that school day ends. And there are families who are in mourning right now in the state of Texas is in mourning with them for the reality that these parents are not going to be able to pick up their children. Our job is multifold.
Okay, got any comments on that?
The curses, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The curses still in full effect, man.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of the Spanish community, you know, they not aware or conscious to understand what's happening
Right.
to them. But a lot of times, man, as far as dealing with the Spanish, they coming from a third world country. They already have a PTSD, you know what I'm saying, with them already, man.
Exactly, right.
And so they really coming over here dealing with a lot, man. War torn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So ain't no telling what that young man done seen in his life. He probably done seen blood and head getting busted open all his life.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. But that's just wickedness in a high level, man. When you just go into a school like that, brother, that's Satan right there.
Right, that is crazy too.
You know what I'm saying? And he's running them up. The spiritual armor. obviously, that brother right there was lacking that spiritual armor, and
Right.
Satan definitely, had his way with that man family, man. So,
Right.
and everybody that's affected,
Right.
uh, in that, man, it's like it's that Satan, man, doing his thing.
Seems like every other day now it's happening.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yes, sir,
That's
yes,
crazy
sir,
for me. Yeah.
yes, sir,
Mhm. That's
yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, I do believe the Spanish community, um, that they biracial, man. I definitely see them as us, but I don't know what it is that's in me, but it's I don't know what it is that's in me, but it's hard to put a finger on it, man. I ain't gonna
Right.
say animosity, but it's more like uh, cause they so blind, man. It's like
Right.
over there, they just not teaching their kids right, man, or teaching themselves. They are literally don't see themselves as kinfolk to us.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly. Right.
and they don't even see blackness in themselves.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't know.
they don't know why they got this the melanin on them.
Right. Exactly. Right. Right.
But they are got their mind made up that they want it gone. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. Right.
They unified in that part,
Right.
but either they're lying to themselves or what, man?
Right.
Because there is a little bit of animosity, man.
Right.
Uh, yeah. But you can see more peace. Like the Spanish that's in California.
Right.
That's a whole nother type of Spanish right there,
Right.
and
Okay.
they kind of can make that connection. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Lots better. But the ones
Right.
over here in Texas area, they have that. You can definitely feel the tension.
Right.
You got some of them that cool as hell, but then
Right.
you got the far as the population, they just don't see themselves any relation. They don't even have no sense of history.
Right.
What
Yeah.
done took place, you
Right.
know? And I'm just like, man, don't y'all, consciously want to know these type of things? But they
Right.
don't. And then I had to kind of pause myself because I'm, you know, I'm in America. So I mean, I'm looking at it through this lens, let
Right.
alone coming from where they from. Uh, Looking back is not an option, kind of like, they all
Right.
about like, slavery or survival, you know? Look how
Right.
hard they work and stuff, man. Look at the
Right.
way they think. They coming from a different place, man, mentally,
Right.
you
Exactly.
know?
Right.
Yeah. Probably take a couple generations before they like really sit back and like, man, what is this all about? Start asking
Right.
them that type of question. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at that. What you talking about? They kind of connected to the American Indian, the ones out of California, and the ones that's over in Texas coming out of Mexico.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's kind of the difference.
They got a little bit of everybody in them, man. Because the
Right.
Indians that didn't get caught up, that's where they went to,
Right.
Mexico. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. And you got the ones that went to Canada, and then
Right.
the ones they was able to round up and ship to Oklahoma.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, man. But I'm still trying to put the pieces together myself.
Right.
Cause see, my great grandmama, man, she was Choctaw
Right. Right.
out of Alabama. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And she was a dark skinned woman, man. She didn't
Right.
have no long hair to her shoulders or nothing. But
Right.
that but that's what she told everybody that she was Choctaw.
Okay. Yeah. They got
So
a big Indian community in Alabama.
yeah, but I never I just don't understand how to. if you go to Oklahoma now, the Choctaw area there,
Right.
they all look Spanish and white. You know, you
Exactly.
would
Right.
never know if there was a dark skinned, Indian. So that
Right.
far as that Indian go, man, that always been on my mind, but I just never could quite, you know, what I'm saying? Accept
Right.
that, that black folks were Indians. That's just hard for me, man.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So
You ever heard of that $5 Indian?
$5 Indian.
Yeah. Yeah. That was back when Andrew Jackson, started giving those Indians the land and the money. The white folks started claiming to be Indians. So they pay $5 to be Indians. That's where that color came from. That
Oh hell,
one, the original ones was our color. You know what I'm saying? Then when they
yeah.
brought $5 Indian in, and they started giving him money, they intermingling and they started whitening them out. And that's what everybody
Oh,
think.
hell.
Everybody think that's what they looked like, but they were actually looking like your mother. I mean, your grandmother. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it was 5 Indian nations that was black.
Right. Oh, which ones were that? Which one was
I
which
know
one you
the
see that?
Cherokee was. I
Okay.
know the Cherokee, yeah. And then you had
Well, okay. I done seen
Seminole,
photos.
right,
Uh-huh.
right,
I see, the paintings, old paintings. Uh, I've seen a lot of that, man, and definitely, you can see that melanin in them, man.
right.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
somebody done posted that right there.
Yeah. You see, I'm gonna put it back. Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah, you can definitely see that melanin right there, man.
right.
So, man, I'm still trying to unravel. I mean, the easiest way to sum it all up, the dark skinned ones, they made slaves. You know,
Right.
the
Exactly.
ones that's light enough for like the paper sack.
Right.
They made, they let them go ahead and do that Indian thing. That's the only way I can see how they did it, man.
Right.
But
Okay.
whatever they did, they put some thought into it because it's effective. You know,
Right. Yeah.
you got
Exactly. Same
Indians
way they
now
did.
don't even know history.
Right.
What's that?
They did the same thing with the Israelites, with the Jews. Like they got the Jews over there in Israel. They ain't real Jews, but they proclaiming to be Jews. Then you got the real Israelites, and then you had those Ethiopians. They was when that king of Syria came in the land, took the 10 tribes out. Those Ethiopians was one of the nations they brought there, put there. That's why those Ethiopians think that they think they're Israelites.
Right,
But
right.
at one time, they occupied part of the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know,
that's
but they could be Israelites. They could be though, man. You talking
okay.
about that Sasha?
Yeah,
Is it
philosophy.
called? Yeah,
Philosophy.
philosophy.
Yeah.
I mean, they claim to be descendants of Solomon, right?
Right. Through his son that he had supposedly had for Bathsheba.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know our Jamaican brothers and sisters. They believe it.
Right. Exactly.
You
Right.
know.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know. They like they know something that I don't know, man. But
Okay.
they, you know.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know too much about it. Oh yeah. Um, that mixed multitude. Last
Right.
time we talked, um, I was telling you that mixed multitude, they died, man.
Okay.
They
You
died
find
when we came out of Egypt, man.
Did you find it?
I found it, brother.
Where is it?
All right, all right. Now it's gonna take a little explaining, but
Okay.
but
Let's
huh?
wait till we get to wait till we get to the Q&A. Then we'll deal with it.
Okay, right,
Yeah, let me play this other video I got right here on the. Yeah, let me play this right quick.
right. All right.
Meeting, and now they're having their extended meeting right now. So it kind of butted up right into monkeypox. So they were all there to talk about monkeypox, which is good. So get ready for the new monkeypox lockdowns and quarantines, because a crazy pandemic is setting in across the entire world. And get ready for the Western media to go wall to wall with coverage as people maybe lose interest in wars. They're certainly not interested in Somalia or what's happening in other countries around the world, like Sri Lanka, or other countries that are facing crises and world famine. They don't care about that, right? And if they're losing interest in COVID, they need something to draw your attention. Well, leave it to the Western media to immediately be jumping on this. So CNN, MSNBC, all of the big networks ready to jump.
The CDC is investigating a confirmed case of a rare and sometimes deadly disease called monkeypox.
But there is also another warning from health officials about a new possible rare disease outbreak. It is called monkeypox.
This morning, a mass A Massachusetts man is in isolation after being diagnosed with the first case of monkeypox in the U.S. this year.
Yeah, so one man has monkeypox. We should shut down all of the schools, and we should absolutely go back into lockdown now because one guy in Massachusetts has monkeypox. Well, Belgium is taking the, I mean, maybe not surprising step to all of you, but now going into mandatory lockdowns for anyone, mandatory quarantine for anyone with monkeypox. So Belgium saying, hey, 21 days lockdown with monkeypox.
Thankfully, they're not saying that anyone who has had close contact with that positive case has to quarantine yet. David Heyman, who was former head of the World Health Organization Emergencies Department, now is telling the Associated Press that the leading theory about how monkeypox is spreading in Europe was through sex raves held in Spain and Belgium. And there have not been cases where anyone has died. They have all been, they have recovered without hospitalization. But it is still, if you wanted to go down the conspiracy theory route, you could say to yourself, okay, the last pandemic was transmissible only by respiratory droplets. And so we need to sort of be scared of being together again. Let's make this one skin to skin contact, right? Yeah. I'm not saying I'm there yet, but you can see how maybe we should not show these images anymore. That they're grossing people out.
They're grossing people out? Okay. Well,
this is not one of those
so let me just be clear about this.
Popping channels that does surprisingly well.
I love YouTube. Those, by the way. Big fan of the pimple popping videos.
It's so gross. Did you know there's a contingency of people that just watch this? You probably know this. Do you watch this, Philip?
Oh hell no! I'm very anti insides on the outside. If something's on the inside, leave it inside.
Okay. Do you think that this could be the conspiracies to only boost YouTube channels about popping pustules?
I don't know. I mean, look, here's the thing with monkeypox, right? This thing has been around since the 1950s. This is not new. This is not just like something that's come out of China last week. This has been around. I see conspiracy theories floating around about this. Like, it's been around since the 50s, right? It is a form of, it's a pox, right? It's like other poxes that are literally rashes. It's basically a rash. It's an orthopox virus. It's a rash. That's all it is, right? And in less than 1% of cases, it can be fatal. It can be problematic, But I love how
the same as chickenpox.
I love how great point. Same as chickenpox, right? And so,
well, I don't know the percentage, but I do know that in some cases, chickenpox can be fatal.
So I just love how like the mainstream media and like how CNN, like she's just so serious. I just want to show this again because this is how, like, I was having a discussion with a gentleman today who worked in the media for a lot of years, and he's like, it's unbelievable to watch. It's amazing to watch like how the Western media just goes into fear mongering mode about these things, and by the way, it works. It scares people, and then governments clamp on. I mean, governments are pushing this stuff to you, you know? So here's how CNN, again, I just want to do this because
Can't take the chat about this pimple popping stuff. You guys, disgusting.
The CDC is investigating a confirmed case of a rare and sometimes deadly disease called.
I love how her eyes just watch how she does the little head tilt down. Like she's like, this is serious. I've got to play my acting role of being serious.
Okay,
The
but
CDC
this
is investigating a confirmed case of a rare and
I'm sorry.
sometimes deadly disease called
sometimes
monkeypox.
But there's
why does he keep doing that? Sometimes rare and like this is rare and sometimes fatal. This is going to be something we all have to keep our eye on. This is terribly troubling. It's basically a rash. And now Belgium going into 21-day quarantine lockdowns over this because of what's going to happen. And, you know, whether or not other countries are going to do it too. You're already hearing about the UK is concerned about it in different quarters. And this will be another example of the World Health Organization coming together to say, see, we told you we need to have this plan in place.
Yes.
Any comments on the monkeypox?
Shalom. This came out today, and I don't know if you discussed this because I dropped off, but it was saying that this was CNN put this out, and it said anyone can get monkeypox, but CDC warns LGBT community about greater chance of exposure.
Okay.
So they are relating a lot of this to, you know, bisexual and gay people.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an article that came out today by CNN Health. It says some groups may have a greater chance of exposure right now, but by no means is the current risk of exposure to monkeypox exclusively to the gay and bisexual community. It says, said Dr. John Brooks, the CDC divisions of HIV/AIDS prevention. Anyone can develop and spread monkeypox infection, but many of those affected in the current global outbreak identified as gay and bisexual men.
Right. Sound like they pulling the whole playbook with they did with AIDS.
Right, exactly. And I said this earlier, you know, when this first hit the fan, that they was going to be coming out with a vaccine.
Right.
And that's exactly what they're doing. It says U.S. in the process of releasing monkeypox vaccine from national stockpile for high-risk people.
Okay.
Isn't that something?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Check that out right there. I thought that was, yeah, it says a scenario report estimated deaths are 271 million by the end of 2023.
With over 3 billion cases. Wow. Yeah, they setting it up.
Well, see.
They are setting it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And there's some.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got a little need to know information right here.
A sense of desperation is fast spreading across global supply chains. On Friday, one of the most notable executives of the industry has warned the supply chains will never return to normal. Disruptions and threats will extend well beyond 2023, and the next wave of bottlenecks is going to be far worse than anything we've ever seen. At the same time, Shanghai has begun to emerge from a lockdown that has constrained the global economy and created even more turmoil for the system over the past 2 months. U.S. ports are set to face record congestion this summer, given that an unprecedented number of container ships are being sent to the U.S. coast. And if you thought things were already chaotic in our domestic supply chains, by now, There's no doubt that more unrest is coming, as 7 in 10 U.S. supply chain workers are threatening to quit their jobs this year. We have tons of updates for you in this new video, but before moving on, please support us by leaving a thumbs up in this video and subscribing to our channel so you can stay up to date with the most important news as factories grapple to secure the materials needed to return to full production. The situation is expected to remain dire for a while, the firm added. On a similar note, Maersk and Goldman Sachs released 2 separate reports which outlined that the immediate restart of Shanghai would create renewed global supply chain congestion. Goldman alerted last week that a resurgence of ship bottlenecks is likely as China suddenly restarts sailings all at once. Meanwhile, Maersk released new data indicating that container rates have already rebounded. Container freight rates on the Shanghai to Los Angeles shipping lane have already gone up by 30% and are set to increase more as shipping volumes surge. The giant logistics company also noted that this will result in a new wave of supply chain congestion in the U.S. by the summer. As soon as these lockdowns end and you have all this capacity actually being moved at the same time, it'll definitely create new issues. Most probably, it'll be issues on both sides of the U.S. Alex Charvalier, a supply chain lead at the vessel tracking site Marine Traffic, said. And with no structural changes at U.S. ports expected in terms of truckers, workers, and port facilities, those ports won't have the capacity to deal with the sudden and unprecedented rise in ships arriving, experts highlighted. The outlook is so dire that a new survey of 200 major companies from the logistics industry, conducted by Platform Container Exchange, forecasts that this year's summer peak season cargo surge will be even more chaotic for global supply chains than the 2021 peak shipping season.
Notice how with this right here, they had China coming out of lockdown, and now they got us getting ready to go into lockdown. Because we got chaos going on. Is there something? Yeah, so with that being said, I was gonna go to my Q&A questions and comments. Anybody got any questions or comments about anything they want to bring up we can talk about?
Yeah. So you said what we just listened to was China going on lockdown. You say?
When they mentioned on there that China is coming out of lockdown and it's, shipping, because they had shut down that the number one port in the world is in Shanghai, and it's been shut down for the last couple of months. So now China coming out of lockdown and look like we getting ready to go into one behind this monkeypox.
Okay. So you kind of see that monkeypox really being a big thing, or what?
Yeah. They setting all these so-called, just like they did with the other one. They got Gates talking about it. Also, whenever they do that, it's something to it.
Right. It seems like they take a old disease or something, put it in the lab, and they make it 10 times worse, and they spread it on the population. Yeah.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. So, man. Whatever you want to do, brother. I'm floating. I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to engage with you, man. It's iron sharp as iron. I'm just a truck driver that loves the scriptures, man, and I believe I'm Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And and when I met you, I kind of knew, at hearing you talk, that you pretty deep. You pretty deep, man. Right. And I like to take the time out to hear all these brothers, man. You know, I don't
Right.
belong to no camp, little.
Yeah, I know that. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep my ears open, bro. And
Okay.
you know, but I come across so many different cats, man. And
Right.
I believe I owe everybody obligation to hear them out, man.
Right.
Because after I can tell you, you know, if you don't mind, man, I'm just kind of just rambling, but I understand the negativity between non-Messianic and Messianic Hebrews, man. And
Yeah.
it's, I can see what the name non-Messianic, what they see. I can, you know, when I look at it from that, try not to be biased, man. And when I
Right.
look at it from that angle,
Yeah.
kind of with the nose up in the air, you know,
Right.
already know what the Most High gonna do to you before you even do it. Like
Right.
they feel like they got the knowledge, you
Right.
know, and I don't really feel like that's right, man.
Nah, it
Um,
ain't.
so
It ain't.
I'm not deep in the scriptures, but
Right.
it's just something in my bones is telling me that ain't right. Because we got
Right.
brothers and sisters that's basically atheists, man. That's you know, they ain't reading nothing, and they don't care
Right.
about. You know, I'm sure we got them in our family.
Right.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Right.
Don't give a hot darn about nothing, none of it. You know,
Right. Right.
yeah. And I don't want to see them, you know, perish or nothing like that, man. But I mean, you know, so I keep that open. Cause see, the Most
Right.
High did that to us. He
Right.
said, "Flip the stone" is what he said. You know, so we gonna be believing in these all these different understandings, man. And
Right.
especially those brothers into science and stuff. You know,
Right.
uh, in Islam. I keep my ears open to all of them, man. What they got to say, man.
Yeah, it's
But
all good.
I like that neutral position.
Right.
I like that neutral character. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all good.
yeah, that's the position I'm playing, brother. And,
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
you gonna bring that scripture out? You tell me about?
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. It's in
Okay.
numbers, and we're gonna chapter let's see here. Yeah. Chapter 11.
Okay.
Let me find it right quick.
Yeah, it's about the mixed multitude, right?
Yeah, mixed multitude.
Okay.
All right. The key word is lust.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That word lust, that's the key little word there. But I guess we'll start at verse 1
Okay.
and we'll read all down so we can get a full picture of it, you know.
Okay.
And when the people complained, it displeased the Lord, and the Lord heard it, and his anger was kindled, and the fire of the Lord burnt among them and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. And the people cried unto Moses, and when Moses prayed unto the Lord, the fire was quenched. And he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of the Lord burnt among them. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting. And the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. So we know this is right when they first crossed over on the other side. The
Right.
mixed multitude was with us. And
Right.
pause right there about saying, I don't believe that the mixed multitude got the blood from Moses. You know what I'm saying? It was
No.
just us only. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I want to say they died before that happened, and
Okay.
so it is complaining about food. Okay, I'm picking up verse 7. And the manna was a coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bdellium. And the people went about and gathered it and ground it in the mills, or beat it in a mortar, and baked it in pans, and made cakes of it. And taste of it was the taste of fresh oil. Okay, so basically, what I wanted you to see in this, in chapter 11, was the mixed multitude was lusty.
Right.
That's really the key thing in all of it,
Right.
because
They
you already
was
know the story. You
yeah.
already know the story. Now let's go to Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha.
Okay.
Okay, Wisdom of Solomon. Okay. Okay. We want to go to chapter 16.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Chapter 16 kind of dive a little deeper.
Okay.
For this cause they were deservedly punished through creatures like those which they worship, and tormented through a multitude of vermin. Instead of this punishment, you giving benefits to your people, prepare quails for food, a delicacy to satisfy the desire of their appetite. uh, to the end that your enemies, desiring food, might for the hideous, uh, uh, hideousness of the creatures sent among them, loathe even the necessary appetite. But these your people, having for a short time suffered lack, might even partake of delicacy, for it was necessary that inescapable lack should come upon those oppressors. But that to these it should only be showed how their enemies were tormented. For even then, even when the enemies, oh, for even when terrible raging of wild beasts came upon your people, and they were perishing by the bites of crooked serpents, your wrath didn't continue to the uttermost. So people was getting bitten by snakes.
Right.
Your wrath didn't continue to the uttermost, but for admonition, where they troubled for a short time, having a token of salvation to put them in remembrance of the commandment of your law. For he who turned toward it was not saved because of that which was seen, but because of you, the Savior of all. Yes, and in this you persuaded your enemies that you are he who delivers out of every evil. For the bites of locusts and flies truly killed them. No healing for their life was found, because they were worthy to be punished by such things. But your children weren't overcome by the very teeth of venomous dragons. For your mercy passed by where they were and healed them. For they were bidden to put them in remembrance of your oracles, and were quickly saved, least fallen into deep forgetfulness. They should become unable to respond to your kindness. For truly it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that cured them, but your word. O Lord, which heals all things. For you have authority over life and death, and you lead down to the gates of Hades and lead up again. But through a man's kills by his wickedness, he can't retrieve the spirit that has departed or release the imprisoned soul. But it is not possible to escape your hand. For ungodly men, refusing to know you, were scourged in the strength of your arm, pursued with strange rain and hails and relentless storms, and utterly consumed with fire. For what was most marvelous in the water, which quenches all things, the fire burned hotter. For the world fights for the righteousness. For at one time the flame lost its fierceness, that it might not burn up the creatures sent against the ungodly, but that these themselves, as they looked, might see that they were chased through the judgment of God. Well, the you pretty much you pretty much got it from right there. But he's going to talk about the manna and how he took care of him. But if you point out that he's going into kind of a little more detail with it,
Yeah,
he's
see,
talking they're getting bit by the little creatures, the snakes, and he's talking about locusts and flies were biting him.
right,
But the Israelites were cured by it, but the mixed multitude, they seen them suffering.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
how
see
the
that.
Israelites was eating manna, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
multitude, they was, scavenging for something to eat
right,
elsewhere.
exactly.
Yeah. And
They getting different food.
they didn't make it. They didn't make it to the blood sprinkling.
Right,
You see what
okay.
I'm saying? Yeah, that's the whole point I was getting to with that, man.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But they was kind of watching those people, suffer, right in
Right,
front of him. And
right,
yeah, because the this is only for Israel, man.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing now. Nothing new under the sun.
Okay. So
Yeah,
when we come to get us now, there could be a mixed multitude come out with us now, right?
right. Yeah, could be. But
Yeah.
the curse is on us though.
Right. The curse is on us, but at
Right,
that time, the curses be lifted then, right?
right. Yeah, we'll be on our way out of it. We're on our way out of them now.
Yeah. So we subject to watch them like go downhill right in front of our eyes. Then,
Right, exactly. Yeah,
damn it, man.
yeah. We're witnessing that now. He said he's
Mm,
gonna take all the plague, everything that's on us, and he's gonna put it on them. And we see that happen.
right.
Yeah, that's what a lot of these all of a sudden this uptick in white supremacy coming from, because they see it, and they trying to retaliate because they see that little favoritism they had is going away. And they ain't
Mm,
trying, they ain't trying to go for it. They wanted to keep
right.
on going like it's going, but it's turning. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
So we in the last day. That's another sign to let you know that he ain't far away.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like I
Yeah,
was saying
that
before.
empire is slowly going down.
Right. The only,
Mm,
only way we was able to serve, only way we was able to deal with these curses and go through the curses was he had to blind us. You know what I'm saying? Because if we kept our understanding of who he was, we could have called him. You know what I mean? And we know our forefathers knew how to call him, so he hid himself by bringing these people in and they hoodwinking our scriptures, and then we lost our understanding of how to deal with him. But now that's coming back. That's how we know the end is coming. Because everything, we getting all the information back, how to deal with him and find out who he is and all that.
right. Right on. Right on.
Right.
Right on. Right on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm trying to think of something else, brother. Something else, brother. That I know we different on. Well, I already know the New Testament, man. But I'm just saying, Let's see. Let's what about Daniel and the statue? All right. The clay feet. Who do you say the clay feet is right now?
Well, like if you go to the Apocrypha where you was at,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Daniel first, and Daniel tell you right here, and what they tell you from the the New Testament teachers or whatever, people that's supposed to be right dividing it. This is what they say right here in Daniel. They say that, which we, like I said, based on us being here and living and the prophecies actually unfolding, we can see the truth. So it says in chapter 8, I think it is. Yeah, it says, starting at verse 19, it says, then this chapter 7, chapter 7, verse 19.
Okay, chapter 7.
Right.
Okay, got you. All right, brother.
So it says in verse 19, Gabriel talking to Daniel, he says, then thou would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was the verse from all the others exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron and his nails of brass, which devour and break in pieces and stomp the residue with his feet. And then right here, this is where the drama come in and it said 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other 10 which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even one of that horns, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose looks were more stout than his fellows, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, prevailed against them, and until the Ancient of Days came, and the judgment was given unto the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and it shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. This is the point right here, 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are the 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. So they tell you right there, this ain't happened yet. When these 10 kings gonna come together at it's the 10 toes at the bottom of the image, and those 10 kings, those 10 kings gonna come together with the Antichrist.
Okay.
And when you understand what happened, the Antichrist already came. Antiochus Epiphanes, he already came.
Oh, hold on now. Yeah. When this was being written, Nebuchadnezzar was ruling, right?
Yeah, they was in let me see.
Babylon.
Yeah, they was in Babylon.
Okay, gotcha. So, but you saying that this is predicting Rome, right?
Right. But you have to go to 8, chapter 8.
Okay. All right.
You in chapter 8?
Okay. Yeah. Let me go on over. All right, chapter 8, right here.
Yeah. So what's going on right here? Like I was saying before, they done flipped all this around, trying to throw us off. But we in the last days, Most High bringing out. So Daniel having a vision of a ram and a he-goat. He in Babylon, right?
Right.
So the ram is the Medes and Persians, and the he-goat is the Greeks. So he giving Daniel a vision of things to come.
Right.
So we picked that up in chapter. Daniel had the vision, right? We're gonna pick it up in chapter 8 of Daniel 8, verse 18. He giving them an interpretation of it.
Okay.
Verse 18. So he says, now as I was speaking, as he was speaking with me, Gabriel talking to Daniel, I was in a deep sleep on my face toward the ground, but he touched me and set me upright. Right? And he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be the last end of indignation, for the time appointed the end shall be. So this end right here ain't the end of the world. This the end of Israel as a nation. He's telling them Israel going to come to an end, not the end of the world. Said,
you sure?
Yeah. Let me read it again. So then I'm gonna read the whole thing. It says, and he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of indignation, for the time appointed the end shall be. His indignation is against Israel. They keep sinning against him. So he
Okay.
tied to it. So he telling Daniel right here, I'm gonna bring this nation, I'm gonna bring Israel to an end. So we're gonna pick it up at 20.
Okay.
The ram which y'all saw as having 2 horns are the kings of the Medes and Persians. That's the third beast, right? Second beast.
Right.
So then 21. And the rough goat is the king of Greece, third beast. It says,
Okay.
and the great horn that is between his eyes, the first king, that's Alexander. Right?
Okay. Right.
Then 22. Now that being broken, Alexander died. That being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in their own power. So the Greek kingdom was divided into 4 parts by them 4 generals. But it's still existing though. You're still in the Greek kingdom. Then 23. In the latter time of that kingdom, the Greek kingdom, third beast. When the transgressors are come to a full, a king of fierce countenance, understanding dark sentences shall stand up. That's Antiochus, the Antichrist.
Rome right there, right?
No, that's Greece. See, it says 22. Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation. It's a Greek nation. It's still in the Greek kingdom.
Okay.
The vision is only for the ram and the he-goat, the ram and the he-goat. It ain't about the 4th beast yet.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're telling them about the third beast right here, the Greeks. He says 22. Now that being broken, 4 stood up for it, the 4 generals took over. For the 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. And in the latter times of their kingdom, the Greek kingdom, still at the end of the Greek kingdom, when the transgressors are come to a full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. That's Antiochus. Then 24 says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall destroy wonderfully. He shall prosper, practice. He shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. See that? So at the end of the Greek kingdom, it was in Israel got destroyed. Them Edomites in the land doing the 4th beast. That whole story about JC. Them Edomites.
You said destroy Israel. You said Israel got destroyed.
Yeah, right here. That's what it says. The holy people. Who the holy people is?
Well, yeah. But we the holy people. But
right,
I mean, Maccabees tell you a lot of them went down in that area too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there when I finish reading 25.
Okay.
So we see right here in verse 24 that Antiochus destroyed the Israelites. Right here, I tell you, he's gonna destroy the mighty and the holy people. That's when they got destroyed. That's the time of evil. That's the time of evil. Then 25. And through his policies, this Antiochus, through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace he shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So my question to you is, just for GP, who the prince of princes is?
No, okay. You said your question is, he shall stand up against the prince of princes.
Yeah, so I'm asking you who that is, the prince of princes.
Okay, that's the holy people, huh?
Nah.
The king of the holy people.
Nah, the prince of princes is, I don't know if you've been over that class. The 7 angels was created in the beginning, right?
Okay, all right.
So let's look at it. Let's go back and look at it. I go to chapter 10, Daniel chapter 10.
Okay, hold on. Before we, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Take me there, brother.
No, go ahead. Ask the question. Now, then we go there. What you got?
Yeah, because, like I said, Maccabees tell you a little bit what's going on there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there. I'm trying to clean this up right here first.
All right. Yeah, clean it up for me, man. I'm listening, brother. Clean it up for me.
So I'm in Daniel chapter 10, and I'm picking it up. I'm in verse 10 and 19. This Gabriel coming to Daniel to explain something to him, right? So
okay,
10 and 19.
All right.
And said, no, I'm gonna start at 18. Then there came again and touched me one like the appearance of a man, and he strengthened me. That's Gabriel. See, and he said, "O man, greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee. Be strong, yea, be strong." And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened. And he said, "Let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me." Then said he, "Knowest thou not wherefore I come unto thee?" and now I will return to fight with the Prince of Persia, right? This Prince of Persia is the earth was divided by these 70 angels. This is a prince, it's an angel, right here, Prince of Persia, right? He said,
Okay.
and it says, and when I am gone forth, lo, the Prince of Greece, we just read it, the ram and the he-goat, and that's 3 keys. So it's angels over these nations that was given to them at the Tower of Babel when he divided the earth up. So then you get to verse 21. But I will show thee that which is known in the scriptures of truth. That's the Bible doesn't happen. They're looking at this book in heaven, the reason why they're able to come to the earth and prophesy to the prophets. They tell them stuff that's going to happen before it happens because they're looking at this book right here in verse 21. And then it says, this Gabriel talking, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things but Michael, your prince. There go the prince right there in Daniel chapter 8. Prince of princes.
Okay, all right.
He over Most High Kingdom. He the Lord of hosts. He the prince of princes. Yahweh ain't no prince. See that?
Oh, hold on. But I understand what you're saying. All right, so take me.
Let it ferment for a minute.
Huh?
Let it ferment for a minute. We can wait.
Let it be something else, man. Yeah, it's definitely suggesting a spiritual fight right here.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't think everybody's seen Michael, brother. I think he's
no. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm just we're gonna walk the dog on it. So right here, in the very beginning, he created 7 angels. 7, so they prince, they sons. Yah the king, these 7 angels, those angels are princes. They sons, right. They princes. Right. So he the prince of princes, Michael the prince of princes. So when Satan got kicked out of heaven, who kicked him out?
It was Michael.
Right. So he the prince of princes. Yahweh ain't no prince.
Hold on, we ain't gonna say who ain't now, but we gonna say Michael is.
Yeah, Michael the prince of princes. Right, exactly.
Okay.
So you see that?
All right, I see that, brother.
So now let's go to Maccabees.
All right, let's go to Maccabees.
Hold on, we go to Daniel chapter 12 right quick first before we go there.
Okay.
Let me show you this prince of princes one more time. You in Daniel chapter 12, verse 1?
Daniel 12, yeah.
Verse
you want me
1.
to read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was seen. There was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. So some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two. They stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these days? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river. Who's this man right here, Lynn?
That's the same one, Michael.
He didn't name him. Okay.
No, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you who it is. Go ahead.
Hold on. And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for times and half and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things. He said, "Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days." Okay, keep reading.
Yeah, read last verse.
Okay, but go through thy way to the end. B. For thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the day.
Right.
All
So
right.
so we go back to what I was telling you about. He says that in Daniel chapter 7, we saw where Antiochus is going to destroy the holy people that wasn't doing the Greek into the Greek kingdom, right?
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so he go to confirmation right here. Back what you just read, 12. See, he says verse 12 and verse
7 and 12.
Chapter 12, verse 7, yeah.
Oh, 12 and 7. Okay, gotcha.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and I heard the man clothed, this same angel, Michael, talking. And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was
Is
upon the
Michael
water.
talking, you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna break that down in a minute. It says, and I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swore by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time and a half, and when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people. That's what we just read, right? The king of fierce countenance was gonna come and destroy the mighty and the holy people, right here. He says, that's why I was telling you, the end is not, it's not the end of the world, it's the end of Israel, the holy people as a nation. He cut them off. He said, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time and a half, and when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, he destroyed them. So he said, both of them saying the same thing. He said, and all these things shall be finished. It's gonna finish. When Israel was no longer a nation, when he ran them out, he used Antiochus Epiphanes and the Greeks to do it. Israel as a nation was over with right there. That was in 143 BC.
Okay. So you said that we're the survivors of that scattering? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right. We fled right here in 143 BC. We fled into Africa. We was over there until 19 until they came and got us in slave trade on the West Coast. Cause Judah, Benjamin, Levi is the ones that got scattered. The 10 tribes, they did their punishment in Assyria, and they came. And once they left Assyria, they came into Africa. But the head, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi is the head. They the ones suffer the punishment, the brunt of the punishment. They the ones got scattered. They came to the West Coast and got Judah, Benjamin, Levi from the West Coast, and scattered us over here in the Western Hemisphere, in Jamaica, and in the Caribbean.
Okay, how do you put that together? I'm curious on how you put that together, brother.
Well, when you go into history and you go look at the transatlantic slave trade, when they went there, they knew on those manifestos on those ships, we all had Israelite names, and not only that.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, is there any indication in history that's before 70 AD of, I want to say it was millions, right? Or you just saying there's a couple hundred came into Africa?
No, all of them. It was that whole thing that went on with the four beasts and Roman thing. Them all Edomites, they're posing as Israelites.
Well, after 70 AD, there's this wave of Israelites, I want to say, came into Africa. But you're saying before 70 AD. So I wonder, what can you point at in history before 70 AD?
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you.
That this wave of people came into Africa and stuff.
I'm going to show it to you now. You got the Apocrypha, right?
Yeah, I got the Apocrypha.
Okay, let's go to Maccabees. I'm going to show you to you.
Okay.
Yeah, this one of the biggest. It's pretty much bigger than the JC thing right here, man. And so when you start breaking it down to people, a lot of people don't see it at first, man. But all I can do is break it down. So I'm in First Maccabees, starting at verse 1.
Okay, hold on. Wait on me, brother. I'm a little slow.
It's all good.
All right. First Maccabees, what chapter?
What's that?
What chapter?
I'm in chapter 1, starting at verse 1.
Chapter 1.
Right.
All right. I'm there, brother.
Yeah, so it says, it came to pass. All we doing is reiterating what I was breaking down to you in Daniel chapter 8, about the ram and the eagle. It says, and it came to pass after Alexander of Macedon, the son of Philip, who came from the land of Checham, had utterly defeated Darius. Darius is the second beast, king of the Medes and Persians, that's second beast. And he reigned in his stead. And he had before reigned over Greece. And he waged many wars, captured fortresses, and slaughtered the kings of the earth. And he made his way to the ends of the earth and despoiled a multitude of nations. The whole earth was silent before him, and he became exalted, and his heart was uplifted. And he mustered a very mighty army and ruled over the lands and rulers of the heathens, and they paid him tribute. Afterwards, he fell sick, and he knew that he was going to die. So he called his distinguished servants who had been brought up with him and divided his kingdom among them while he was still alive. And Alexander reigned 12 years. So we read all that just now. He divided up in the four. Now here we go. So the Greek kingdom not over yet. It's still going. So it says,
right.
So his servants succeeded him, each in his own dominion. After his death, they all put on crowns, as did their sons after them, for many years. See that? And they did much evil on earth. And then here you go. We go to Antichrist. There sprung from them a sinful shoot named Antiochus, the son of King Antiochus. He had been a hostage in Rome, and he became king. Here you go. See that? This is the king of fierce countenance. He became king in the 143rd year of the Greek kingdom. He's still the third beast. See that? Now, look what he done. In those days, there arose out of Israel lawless men who persuaded many. Here we go. Let us go and make a treaty. Here goes 7 years right here. Let us make a treaty with the heathen around us. For ever since the time that we became separated from them, many misfortunes have overtaken us. This is 7 years they talk about in the Revelation. This is 7 years right here. You're going to treaty right here.
Oh, hold on, brother. Hold on. Hold on. These are wicked Israelites, ain't
they? Yeah. They coming to the end like he prophesied. He's going to bring the nation of Israel to an end. That's what Gabriel told Daniel in chapter 8. He says, the time of the end, the time appointed, the end shall be. And I'm showing you it's the end of Israel, not the end of the world. So he says, it says, let us go and make a treaty. It's a 7-year treaty with the heathen around about us.
Hey, can you pause right there, brother?
Go ahead.
All right. So who do you believe Rome was a superpower?
Oh yeah.
Okay. But you're saying that when Rome was doing their thing, we was already gone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. We was on the West Coast. We was on Israel. I'm gonna break it down to you. We gonna keep walking the dog on it.
Okay. So all the people who ruled this earth, right. Rome was the only one we wasn't ruled under.
Yeah, we was under Roman rule, but I'm gonna show you that in a minute. It came later during the time of Constantine. I'm gonna show it to you.
So we went back to Jerusalem. What you saying?
No. The Romans came. Julius Caesar came to Rome. Remember, Julius Caesar came to Egypt when he had the romance with Cleopatra. Julius Caesar was the first emperor of the Roman Empire, and he started in Egypt.
Okay.
Right.
And so that is to say what now?
That's to say that they interacting. Israelites are in Africa. So the Roman Empire is interacting with Israelites, but it didn't come to a head until when Constantine came on the scene with the Christianity thing.
Yeah, but we wouldn't know we was in Africa.
Yeah, we were still dealing with them. I'm gonna show you that in a minute.
Okay. All
We'll
right. All
come back.
right.
We'll come back to it as we
All right.
go. So I'm in verse. Let us go and make a treaty with the heathen around us. For ever since the time that we became separated from them, many misfortunes have overtaken us. Now here you go. The plan seemed good in their eyes, and some of the people went eagerly to the king and authorized them to introduce practices to the heathen. See, this before, way before the fourth beast. They introduced practices to the heathen, and they built a gymnasium in Jerusalem. See, it's a gymnasium in Jerusalem before the fourth beast. They don't tell you about no gymnasium doing the story of JC. But anyway, it says in the heathen fashion.
Gymnasium?
Yeah, gymnasium. That's what the Greeks did. The Greeks introduced gymnasium to the world. That's the reason we got them over here. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm trying to follow you. You talking a little fast, brother. I'm trying to.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
slow
got
down.
something about JC. I'm trying to keep up with you. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow down. So it says, and he committed to uncircumcision, and they disowned the holy agreement. So they went away from the law. The holy agreement is the circumcision. So these Israelites right here went against, because of King Antiochus, they disowned the circumcision, and they filled them, and they allied themselves with the heathen, and they became slaves to wrongdoing. Now here we go right here. When his rule appeared to Antiochus to be established, he conceived the idea of becoming king of the land of Egypt. So he want to rule Judea and Egypt. So he says, so he entered into Egypt with a strong force and with chariots and elephants and cavalry and a great fleet. And he made war on Ptolemy. It's one of the generals, one of the four generals. Ptolemy, king of Egypt. And Ptolemy turned and fled before him, and many fell wounded. And they captured the walled cities in Egypt, in the land of Egypt, and he plundered the land of Egypt. Now here you go. You go to prophecy that they're saying gonna happen. It already happened right here. It says, after subduing Egypt in the 143rd year, that's what I just told you, Antiochus turned back, came up against Israel. See that? That's what we just read. He's gonna destroy the holy people. He came up against Israel, entered into Jerusalem with a strong force, and in his arrogance, he went into the sanctuary. He took the gold altar, the lampstands for the light, all the furniture, and the table of the presentation of bread, the cups, the bowls, the golden censers, the curtains, crowns, the gold ornamentations on the front of the temple, and he stripped it all off, and he took the silver and the gold, the choice dishes. He took the secret treasures which he found. He took them all and went back to his own country, and he massacred. See that? He massacred people and spoke with great arrogance. This is Antichrist. And there was a great mourning everywhere in Israel, throughout Israel. Rulers and
Well,
elders.
I mean, okay, go ahead. Keep reading.
Rulers and elders groaned. Girls and young men fainted away, and the beauty of the women was altered. Every bridegroom began to laminate, and she that sat in the bridal chamber grieved. The very earth was shaken over the inhabitants, and the whole house of Jacob was covered with shame. See that? So this ain't in our history books. This ain't in our. They don't tell us about this. So anyway, it says, and after 2 years, the king sent. Here you go, right here. After 2 years, the king sent an officer to collect tribute to the towns of Judah, and he entered in Jerusalem with a strong force, and he spoke to them craftily. He go peacefully. This is the thing about saying the Antichrist is gonna do. And he spoke to them craftily in peaceful terms. See that? And they trusted him. Then he suddenly fell upon the city, struck it with a great blow, destroyed many of the people in Israel. He plundered the city. He burned it down. See that? This before this before 70 AD. Look, and he tore down the houses in it and the walls around it, and they took the women and children captive, possessed them of the cattle. They fortified the city of David with great strong walls, with strong towers, and it became a citadel. And they put sinful heathens there who did not obey the law, and they entrenched themselves there, and they stored up weapons and provisions, and they collected the spoils of Jerusalem and laid them up there, and they became a great threat, and it proved a place of ambush against the sanctuary and a wicked adversary to Israel constantly, and they shed innocent blood all around the sanctuary. They polluted the sanctuary in itself. And look at this. And the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled away because of them. And she became a place where strangers lived. and she became strange to her own offspring, and her children forsook her. Her sanctuary became desolate. See that?
That really happened. Yeah.
This is the prophecy, like a wilderness. And her
No,
feet.
no, hold on.
Go
Because
ahead.
if you keep reading,
Right.
you will see a brother of the Maccabees stand up
Right.
and go to war with the Greeks and stuff.
That's where the trick came in. That's what I'm going to show you. So go
Hold
back
on.
to
When you say trick, well,
I'm
that
gonna
right there is finna talk to me. Because
okay,
you
so
finna
go
say
to
trick. All right.
so go
Are we reading a book that's been altered? Is what you saying?
no. I'm going to show you how from rightly divided we're gonna cut through the chase with the spirit of the Most High. So
Okay.
I'm in chapter 9, verse 25.
Okay,
Daniel.
we finna okay.
We still on the same thing. We just reading and going back and forth to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to process what you're saying to me. That's all.
Daniel 9:25.
9 and 25. All right.
So we know before I read it, this is the golden card for the prophecy of Jesus, the Messiah.
Okay. You said the golden card for the prophecy of JC.
This how they brought JC on the scene. This was
hold on. Before you go there, let's just read it. Brother.
No, I'm setting it up because you already know that this supposed to be the Messiah in verse 9:25, right?
I never heard of that. This supposed to be the Messiah. No.
Yeah. This is a golden card for Christianity, right? It says, "No,
Well, I'm not in Christianity, brother.
I know, but I'm saying all of us was at one time, right?
Oh yeah. I was raised up in the
Right.
church. Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, "No,
but I never read Maccabees in the church.
Yeah. That's why I'm breaking it down. So
no. But now as Israelite, when I read Maccabees, I'm still coming out different from what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
We never said that this was Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop it up.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
9:25. You there?
I'm right here.
Know therefore understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto the Messiah. That's Jesus. That's what the consensus is with all the Bible scholars. It's Jesus. Say Jerusalem unto the Messiah. That's Jesus. The prince shall be 7 weeks, 62 weeks, and the street shall be built again, the wall, even in troublesome time. This is futuristic prophecy. It's saying this temple right here gonna be built when JC come back.
Okay. Yeah, mine's saying something different. Okay.
So this is how they got him into the Bible. This is how they got him in the
You in First Maccabees 9 and 25?
No. I'm in Daniel 9:25.
Oh, I thought you said First Maccabees.
No, Daniel 9:25.
Oh, okay. Cause I'm like, what are you talking about? Maccabees? Not okay. Now we're talking. Now you're going to okay. Let me put up the Apocrypha. Okay.
Just hold it right there. We got to go over there.
All right, 9 and 25.
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay, that's what you're talking about, JC. You had me confused there, brother. I think you're moving a little too fast.
Yeah. I said Daniel 9:25.
All right, now, okay. I'm in Daniel 9:25. Okay, now I know what you're talking about with JC. Okay, we on the same page now.
Right. So what I'm showing you is that Messiah right there is not Jesus. That ain't him.
No. Yeah, but you got to understand that we take that a lot of folks in the past. We not saying that that particular person is Jesus, but it's like it repeats itself over and over. Okay, that's kind of like I think that it was just a message in there that I think that you're running with and saying that it is, or you may have actually talked to somebody that said it was. But what it is that it's like repeats itself. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was saying. The whole point to that is saying the message in that was basically being said that the Messiah always been with us. You know what I'm saying? And they go to chapters like this here to just the substantiate that he always been in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm doing right here now, I'm trying to beat that out your head because that ain't good. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to beat it out your head. You hear me? So now I'm to prove the point. I'm in verse 26, Daniel 9:26. So it says, after 62 weeks, shall the Messiah be cut off. Jesus got killed. So see what I'm saying? So this saying he got killed. Then he said, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come. They saying the Antichrist. This right here saying the Antichrist in the future gonna come. See, he got cut off, he got killed on the cross, and then now 26 say, and the people of the prince that shall come, Antichrist. So, but I'm showing you this ain't the case. And the Epiphanies was the Antichrist. And then what you saying about the Maccabees? Here we go, right here. Daniel 9:26. And after 62 weeks shall the Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come. Now here go the trick. I'm telling you about, shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood until wars there. Ain't nobody rededicate no temple. Them Edomites, they rededicated the temple. That's why they tricked us off there. And they got us thinking it's Israelites in the land.
Okay. Hold on, let me read it, brother. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off.
Right.
But not for himself. Okay, gotcha. Right. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary.
Right.
And the end thereof shall be with a flood.
Right.
And unto the end of the war, desolation are determined.
Right.
All right.
So they telling you they go from here to Revelations. So this prince is the Antichrist that's coming. But I just showed you in First Maccabees. You ain't got to go there. I'm gonna read it right quick. So it says in First Maccabees.
In Maccabees.
Well, yeah. It says in verse 8.
Maccabees during the Greek. We're reading Babylonian.
No.
Right.
Both of them is talking about the same thing, but they just telling you.
Right. One's future tense. Gotcha.
Yeah, they made it future tense, but I'm showing you it already happened. And the Antichrist is Epiphany is the Antichrist. He came at the end of the third beast.
Hold on, but then that would be that you're indicating that Daniel is corrupted. The book of Daniel is corrupted.
They corrupted it. They got you thinking it's one thing, but it means something else. So this Messiah in Daniel 9:25 is Zerubbabel. That's not Christ.
Okay, you saying that Maccabees is 100, but Daniel is messed up.
Well, Maccabees is good up until the point when they say they rededicated the temple. Because
you mean, do they disagree with you? Do they?
Yeah,
come on now, talk.
It's a host. It's a host. They didn't dedicate the temple. He told you that the Antichrist, the man was gonna come and destroy the temple, and the end was gonna be there, not rededicate the temple. Them Edomites rededicated. Edomites rededicated the temple. They always wanted the land.
All right. Okay.
So let's go to Obadiah and look at that.
Yeah, but hold on. Before we go to Obadiah, that's Esau right there.
Right.
I'm trying to wrap in what you're. All right, go to where Rome and Israelites engage with each other.
What do you mean?
Yeah, don't you got a scripture where Rome is ruling over Israelites? Because I think what you're saying is that out of all the heavy hitter kingdoms that came on this earth, Rome was the only one that we haven't been under.
Yeah, we're under Rome now. We're under the fourth beast now. They came and got us from the west coast of Africa. That's what I'm saying. They came and got us from the west coast of Africa. They came back with Constantine. Let me read it right quick. I'm gonna read it. You ain't got to go there. I'm in Daniel chapter 10. This is Constantine right here in Daniel 10. It says, let me get it. It says,
okay. So, from my understanding, the right before the shin on the statue, ain't that wrong?
Right before the what?
The shin on the statue. The feet was clay. Right before it, the feet wasn't it iron?
Yeah, that's the Roman Empire. The two.
Okay, now all of these different, ain't Israel gonna be subjugated and slave under all these different pieces?
Right.
Okay, so can you show me where we slaved under the shin part of the statue?
In the fourth beast.
Yeah, well, Rome, right?
Yeah, we're under Rome now. The
That's
Vatican.
we're at the clay feet, ain't we, right now?
Yeah, that's Rome.
That's Rome broken up in little pieces, right?
Right.
Now, how about when Rome is solid and together? Before they was broken up in pieces, were we slaves to them then?
Yeah, that's what I'm showing you right here now.
Okay, show me where Rome is doing a thing on us. Because that is they in Africa doing this to us?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Rome is in Ghana right now. Okay, go ahead.
Right, it says, let me get it. Yeah, that was chapter 7. So chapter 7, that's why I was showing you how they flip this off. So you get to chapter 7, and he says in verse 19, then I would know the truth of the fourth beast. So we're in the fourth beast right here.
Daniel. Okay, we in Daniel.
7 verse 19. Gabriel breaking it down.
Okay, got you.
So it says, then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which he bow and break in pieces, and stomp the residue with his feet. Then it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other 4 which came up, and before whom 3 fell. So if you go back to the Roman Empire, the 4 beasts, those giants, Visigoths and the Vandals, they sacked Rome, and Rome fell apart. And it just like with the Greek kingdom, it was divided into four parts. Constantine came back, subdued 3 of them, and the beast that received the woman head came back. Constantine brought it back with the Holy Roman Empire. That's when he created Christianity in order to make it legitimate. He created Christianity. That's what 20 telling you right here, verse 20 says, and the 10 horns which are in his head, and the other which came up, before whom 3 fell. Right here. Then it says, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose looks were more stout than his fellow. That's Constantine. That's the fourth beast. Right? Then 21, and I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. That's when he created Christianity and crossed Nicaea and made JC the God. That's when he attacked our scriptures and the law at the Council of Nicaea. Then it says, 22, until the Ancient of Days came, judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. This ain't happened yet. Thus he said, the fourth beast is the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which is diverse from all the kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it into pieces. Then here we go right here. This is what we didn't get to in a few minutes ago. The 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first. He shall subdue 3. Then he go to Constantine right here, 25. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. He shall think to change time, change prophecies, right there, and the law. He attacked the law, and they shall be given unto his hands until time, and dividing the time. But the judgment.
Hold on, stop right there.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So while he's setting these new rules, you saying that we heard him do this new rule?
No, he changed it. We had been subjugated by that time. We was after showing you that the Antichrist had already came and ran us out. So we wasn't there to contend with what he was doing. He changed all this. We on the west coast of Africa. We already under the curses. And he changed all this while the Edomites was when Edom came there. Edom was in the land from 143 BC to 70 AD. Then they was ran out.
Constantine, do you know when Constantine was doing this thing?
325
AD, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So this is taking place in 325 AD.
Right.
right? That's way after 70 AD by far.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're both saying that we're not here when he did that.
Right.
But you're saying that we was already gone
Long
about
before that.
500 years
Right.
before we did this.
Right. So I got
Okay,
okay,
and hold on. And you saying that when Rome came into power, we didn't even know Rome was in power. Because
right. We was on the west coast of Africa. We was in Africa. We had fled in Africa. We had been ran in there by the Antioch Epiphanes.
So we missed that whole Roman experience.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Constantine, when Constantine came and did what he did, it affected us too. He destroyed us as a nation. They got together and destroyed us, our understanding as a nation. We was wiped out. And then not only that, Esau that came in. Now the whole world thinks these people that was there in 70 AD, they think they the people. So here go the trick. Right? I want to show you something.
But when you look at Africa, brother, we was keeping kosher in Africa. Man.
Right. We
were doing our thing, man.
Right.
We kind of cut off from the world down there.
Right. When we got totally annihilated from our culture, when they came and got us on the West Coast and brought us over here, that's the prophecy of the curses caught up with us.
Yeah, but I'm looking for before 70 AD though. That's what I'm looking for, and that's what's hard to find.
Yeah, that's in the Maccabees. I was just reading that. He came in and took all the gold censers, took the ark and all that. The ark wasn't there during the time when the story they tell you in the New Testament. We see where Antioch got all that out and left with it.
Well, that leaves me at a disadvantage then, brother, because I believe Maccabees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to break it down for you. So
yeah, but I don't think you're saying that Maccabees would tamper with then.
Yeah, the part where they rededicated the temple, them Edomites.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So how many? All right. Before we go further, brother, how many books in the Tanakh is been touched by the enemy?
All of them.
Or that's been
all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them been tampered with, and they out of order. They took them out of order intentionally right here. This is where the media. I'm telling you, they switched the books around in this area right here. They switched it around because that's when they.
But what if they didn't though? What if the Most High protected the scriptures?
We just said he just told us. Gabriel just told Daniel they're gonna attack the holy people and the law and everything. He not only did he scatter the Israelites, he scattered the word.
But he did do all those things. For the law goes, Sunday became the Sabbath instead of Saturday.
Right. They attacked the law.
Right. You know, but you're saying, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're saying the same thing, but you're saying it a lot different, brother.
Yeah. Right. I'm saying I'm trying to clean it all the way up. You know what I mean? Right.
Well, I like to think that we kept on coming back to our land.
No, you know, that's what I was reading.
Because when the Rome defeated, do you believe Rome conquered Greece?
Yeah, right.
Okay, they had a little squabble, but you know they became one. You know what I'm saying, with each other, and that they became another huge empire that the world has ever seen. They bigger than the Greece Empire. Rome was pretty bad.
Right.
All right. I like to think that we were slaves to all the top-notch kingdoms that came on this planet.
Yeah.
But if you say we was in Africa, then I can't make that statement because the people in Africa was cut off from up there. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't participating with Rome.
Right. So we in the fourth beast now. We subjugated by the Romans now. We in the
Yeah,
four
but
beasts.
we're in the clay.
Huh?
Yeah, but we're in the clay though.
Yeah, but it's still the four beasts. It's the Romans. The Romans, what Constantine set up is still in place. We still under. He created the Holy Roman Empire. He created the Vatican. He created Christianity. We still subject to all that. We
You're
still
right. They are descendants of Rome.
right.
Right. But
Right.
as you know, they are like in these pieces, and they're not like doing their Rome stuff. They are fighting amongst each other.
Right. That's what we, right. That's
Yeah,
what we haven't got
we're
to
in the
yet.
clay.
Right. That's what we ain't got to yet. I want to break
Yeah,
that down.
what I'm saying, we ain't slave under uh Julius when he was,
Right.
when they was
Right.
mighty and all one together.
Right.
Are you saying that we wasn't slave to them at the height of their power?
Yeah. We was the
Well,
Roman Empire controlled Egypt too. They controlled Africa too.
well, no, because if you look down there at the south of Africa, man, Rome didn't come down that way. Not till way much later.
But they still had jurisdiction over. They
No, they left them people that's in the woods. They left them to their own.
Right.
They only stayed where the money flowed at.
Right, exactly.
People down at the bottom, they was the people of the woods down there, people of the jungle.
Right.
All right, they had women walking around, no bra, no shirt. They just, got leaves covering their body.
Right.
Or whatever. They make their own. Yeah, they cut off. They were cut off from the world.
Ain't that what he said though? Ain't that part of the prophecy? He said he could strip them naked. You gonna strip them down. That's
right. But I'm talking about under Nero, under Julius, at the height of the white man's thing. I want to say that we was oppressed under him too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we was oppressed.
You're saying we're oppressed because we're in the jungle, but I'm not talking about I'm talking about straight interaction. You know what I'm saying? Like we had with Nebuchadnezzar, like we had with the Pharaoh, like we had with the Grecians, like all the best the devil had, we went face to face with the best the devil threw at us.
Right.
And I want to count Rome in the height of their stuff, not the clay. I'm talking about the straight up iron emperor white man.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Show me in scripture where we are like going toe to toe to him, and he kicking our butt too directly.
Yeah, that's where I was going right here. I was going there,
okay.
but
All right. Where we going?
So it's in chapter. Let me get it. 7. He's over there in 7. I think it's where I was at. He says, no, 8. Let me see. Yeah, chapter 7, verse 19 says, I read there, but 24 says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and then he shall subdue 3 kings. So the trick to this thing is 10. The 4 beasts is consisted of 4 or 10 kings. During the time of the reign of the 4 beasts on the earth, it's going to be 10 significant kings that are going to rise out of that 10 significant kingdoms. That's what's making it diverse. So this what takes us to Second Ezra in the Apocrypha. I want to read it right quick. Then I was going to go into, I want something I wanted to show you. You can check it out, write it about it, whatever you want to do with it. But it says, and like I say, they telling you that these 10 kings is at the end, the 10 toes, where the Antichrist they're gonna use all come together as one and with the Antichrist. But that's not the case. I'm going to show you what's going on with it. Yeah, here you go. I'm in second Ezra, chapter 12.
Are you in the pocket?
Yeah, starting at chapter 12, verse 11.
Second Ezra.
Chapter 12, verse 11.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, all right, here I am.
Okay, so it says right here, it says, this Gabriel, just like he talked to Daniel, he talking to Ezra right here. He said, this is the meaning of the vision that you have seen. As for the eagle, this is the fourth beast that you saw rising up out of the sea. It is the fourth kingdom that appeared in the vision to your brother Daniel. But it was not explained to him as I now explain to you, or have explained it. Behold, the days are coming when a kingdom will arise on the earth, and it will be more terrible than all the kingdoms that were before it. And moreover, 12 kings. See, they're telling us over there it's 10, but he says 12 kings will reign over it, one after the other. That's where the trick coming in there. I'm showing you Rome's still ruling, but the source of his power is jumping. It was in Great Britain. Great Britain ruled the world. Then it jumped from there to America, and now we witness it. Now we witness it going to China. So it's relocating, but the whole time it's controlling the whole planet and the Israelites on the planet. That's what I was trying to say.
You said we see it going to China?
Yeah, that's what we're in the midst of. Right now we looking at America was the ninth beast out of these 14, out of these 4 kingdoms, out of these 10 kingdoms. America is the ninth one. We see now it's going into the last and final beast kingdom of the 10 horns, China.
Oh, hold on. Whoa.
Right.
So you're saying that we still got some more slavery to go?
Well, like I was saying, when you go to the Babylonians, who brought us into captivity in Babylon?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Who brought us out?
It was
the second beast, Medes and Persians.
Oh, right.
So America came and got us. Chinese the ones gonna deliver us out of here. It ain't gonna be America. Americans ain't got on their mind to get us out of here. It's gonna be China. China need us in Africa. That's what Jeremiah 29:14 tell you. He's gonna take us back to the place from where he came from. He's gonna use the Chinese. They got that Road and Belt initiative over there. They're spending trillions, $200 trillion on this whole big old plan system they got over there, but they need us. Just like Egypt needed us, just like the Babylonians needed us, just like the Greeks needed us. So
okay.
We using them. That's the hook.
So we're gonna go back into servitude again.
No, they got plans to take us. He says at the very end, it's two in second Ezra, it's 2 feathers, two little wings was left for the end, and they was gonna come up and 2 reign, but they not gonna reign. You want me to read that?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean second Ezra. He breaking down this 4 beast. It says right here. It says, for 8 kings will arise in it, whose time will be short, and whose years will be fleeing. And 2 of them, that's China and Russia. That's why they're on the scene now. He says, and 2 of them will fall when the middle of the time draws near, but 4 will be preserved for the time when the end is time of the end begins to approach. But 2 will be kept until the end. And as for you seen 3 heads resting, this is the meaning. In the last days, the Most High will raise up 3 kings, and they will renew many things in it, and will stress the earth and those who live in it with greater oppression than all who were before them. This is why it is called the eagle's head. For it is they that will bring the wickedness to a head and will bring him to his end. And as for you seeing the greater head disappear, one of them will die in his bed, but in torment. But as for the 2 who were left, the sword will devour them. That's what we look. That's what we at.
That's where we at right now.
China and Russia is two of the last kingdoms was there, but they're not gonna last long. He's just using them to deliver us. They're gonna deliver us. They got other plans, not understanding prophecy, but he gonna use them to get us out of here, take us back to the west coast of Africa. They looking to rule the world, but they ain't gonna happen because we at the end. Yeah, that's what I was
That's very interesting.
Right.
That's very, very interesting, brother. It's very interesting.
Exactly. So you get a chance, Google that Rolling Belt Initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, that's China behind it. And Russia, they got Russia a silent partner with it. But you know, a lot of people don't understand what's going on with Russia and China, but they've been prophesied. They're working together to bring this place down. And with the Edomites behind it.
Right. And I'd also see Edomites, they trying to flip both sides. They don't see this coming, I guess.
No, they don't, because they don't understand prophecy. But I want to tip y'all on something. So back to that 70 AD thing.
Yeah.
The 7 churches, right? You familiar with them, right?
The 7 churches, yeah.
Where they at?
The Revelations?
Yeah, where they at though? Where they locate, geographical location?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't really know, bro.
Europe. So and then go. I mean, you can Google it right there. Google Paul.
But you don't believe in nothing that's read.
No. What I'm trying to show you is the people that was in 70 AD. They didn't go to Africa. The people that was ran out by Titus and Vespasian went into Europe. Them was Edomites. That's what I'm trying to show you. That's what I'm trying to show you.
I can't let you do that, brother.
Okay.
I can't let you do that because you don't believe in the New Testament, so you can't show me nothing in there.
No. What I'm trying to show you is that the stuff that happened that they got written down in the New Testament was not Israelites. That's what I'm trying to show you. Those events happened, but not the way they saying. The people that was there was Edomites. So when prophecy,
that's the problem.
Right.
I don't think that we was in Africa. I want to say that we was under Rome's face, under their emperor, that we was in his face. I don't believe that we was with Shaka Zulu at that time.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you that if you go look at the four different journeys that Paul took and the 7 churches in Europe. So then you come to the day and you go and look at the people that's over there now that they're saying Israelites. They're not Israelites. They're the people that was there in 70 AD. They fled into those regions, those to Europeans. That's who they was. They weren't Israelites. Israelites left and fled.
Well, that's not the way. Well, I'm trying. Well, since you said doing that, let me tell you what I say it is. You know what I'm saying?
Come on with it.
All right. I'm saying that we done been ruled over and been slaves. And that Greek did their thing, and they took slaves back to Europe.
No.
And as people, we were slaves in Europe. A lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us, we were assimilated into Greek culture.
I believe that.
All right. And so I'm saying that Rome did their thing and they basically cut off from Israel. They stayed up there in Greece. They didn't come back home. They stayed up there being in servitude to Greece. Rome conquered Greece, and Rome became the empire. Now, what Paul did in the New Testament was ran out there to where they were.
Right.
See, the northern kingdom already was scattered. And what he found was there are plenty of Israelites all throughout this area right here.
Okay.
In these little pockets, these little towns in Europe.
You're in the matrix. You're in the matrix.
Well, I'm just telling you, those big spaces, because what I heard from you was
you're in the matrix.
Down in Africa at this time.
Yeah, the volume messing up.
London, what I'm saying, I'm trying to give you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you back. You came back.
Hey. My field or being face to face with Rome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you breaking up. You breaking up. I can't hear you.
Oh, damn. All right. Goodbye now.
Yeah, you breaking up.
Damn. It's raining. I'm in Iowa.
Okay. Oh, it's raining over there.
And it's raining pretty good.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's catching up. Yeah. Again, we're gonna chop. We're gonna continue this conversation on our Clubhouse tomorrow. What you think?
All right, man. All right.
Oh, I mean,
hey, that's what's up, brother. I'm always down, brother.
I can hear you now. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. I can hear
I
you
was
now.
like, I'm always down with you. It's all love, brother.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. I was just showing you. I was showing you. My thing is just to show the scriptures, and then just go from there. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to show you was in Daniel chapter. Huh? I was in Daniel chapter 11. I want to show you this right here.
Yeah. All right.
Daniel chapter 11, verse 14. 11 and 14.
All right. 14.
Yeah.
All right, I'm there.
So it says, in those times, there shall many stand up against the king of the south. That's Bartholomew, what we just read in Second Maccabees. And First Maccabees says, also the robbers of our people. That's it. So Israel got robbed. So he said, the robbers of our people shall exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall fall. So what you take on that? What's your take on what you think that means?
That they took everything from us.
They what?
We was impoverished. Our temple, the gold, the silver, everything about us that's got any value. They took it.
So I was going to Obadiah. I want to go to Obadiah right quick to bounce off that
Now,
verse.
that thing would eat them though, but okay.
Yeah, so I'm in Obadiah, and it says
Obadiah.
I'm in verse 5. It's only one chapter in Obadiah.
Right.
You got it?
Hold on. All right, I'm there.
So it says, verse 5, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how were thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Then 6, how are the things that Esau sought out? How was hidden things sought out? So Esau is the robber.
Right.
So if you go down to verse 10, it says, it's the misfortunes of what happened to Judah. For thy violence against thy brother, he's talking to Esau. For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, this during the time of Antioch Epiphanes, in the day that strangers carried away captive his forces, foreigners entered into the gates. See that? He put them in the land. What I'm trying to show you. It says, foreigners entered into the gates, cast lots for Jerusalem, the 12 lots, the 12 tribes, right? Even thou was one of them. But thou should not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of their distress. Thou should not have entered into the gates, that's putting them in the land, entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou should not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither should thou have stood in the crosshairs to cut off those that did remain, that did escape. Neither should thou have delivered up those that did remain. So Esau cut off all the Israelites in 143 BC. Wasn't no Israelites there and stole the land, the Edomites in the land. So when you go back to Daniel, where I was just at, you go back to Daniel and it says, 11,
okay. Well, Limit.
Oh, no, go
Okay.
ahead. I'm just showing it to. I'm just showing it. Let me hit so it said 14 says, and in those times there shall men stand up against the king of the south. Also the robbers of our people shall exalt the vision. So what's the vision? Herod built the temple. Solomon built the temple. Zerubbabel built the temple. So they picked the vision up. They built the temple, and they failed, just like Israel failed. But they failed in 70 AD, and they fled into Europe. That's why Paul traveled into Europe. That's where the 7 churches is. That's what I'm trying to show you. The Israelites on the west coast of Africa, and the curses caught over them in 1619, and we was brought over here. They wasn't on. They didn't go into Europe. The Edomites. They was.
All right. Well, okay. So what happened to the Israelites that was in Europe?
They disseminated, dissipated. That's what he told them. That's what he said there about.
They dissipated. Where that's at in scripture?
Okay. Look at this right here. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 25. I think it is Jeremiah 25.
Go to Jeremiah chapter 25.
Yeah. Let me find it. Make sure I got it right down. Okay. Yeah. 25. It's 25. You there? 24. You got it?
All right. Jeremiah chapter 24.
Yeah, I'm starting reading. Say, the Lord showed me, behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord. And after that, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captive Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and the princes of Judah, and the carpenters, and the smiths, from Jerusalem, and had brought them to Babylon. Here we go. 1 basket had very good figs, even the figs that are first ripe. And the other basket was very naughty figs. These are the ones that went into Europe. See that? He ain't trying to bring them back. He says, these are very naughty figs, which could not be eaten. They were so bad. Then said the Lord unto me, what seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, figs, the good figs, very good, and the evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. And again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, like these good figs, we were brought here to preserve us to America. He says, thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive. See that? To preserve them of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of Chaldeans for good. Now here we go. 6. For I will set mine eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them, and I will not pull them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up. Then 7. And I will give them a heart to know me, that I am their Lord, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, and they shall return unto me with their whole heart. As for the evil feed, which cannot be eaten, they are so evil. Surely thus says the Lord, so will I give Zedekiah, the king of Judah, and his princes, and the residue of Jerusalem that remain in this land, and them that dwell in the land of Egypt, I will deliver them up to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth, for they are hurt, to be a reproach, a proverb, a taunt, a curse, and all places where they should be driven. And I will send a sword, famine, pestilence among them, till they be consumed. See that? He got rid of them. They weren't good for nothing. But it's that righteous ones he preserved. He sent them to the west coast of Africa. Then he brought the ships and brought us here. Now he's watching over us. Now we being brought back. But that evil set of Israelites went in them different areas. He consumed them. He ain't trying to deal with them no more.
Hold on. So you saying that they got consumed, and we right here, we're the good ones.
Yeah, we're the good feed. We're the ones he got his eyes on. Righteous feed.
Okay, and our brothers and sisters that's in Islam?
Yeah. All the ones that's still here is the ones he preserved.
Okay. Right. All right. And all our brothers and sisters in Haiti, we're all the good ones.
Yeah, we're all the good ones. He's bringing us back. We prophesied he's coming back.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right.
All right. I'm just trying to see where you at with that, brother.
Yeah, I was just yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
so the good ones died. I mean, the bad ones got No, but the ones that's in Europe,
Yeah.
you say they got consumed.
Yeah, well, you know, when you say consume, they got white, they got knocked off too, but they got like white. You know what I'm saying? They got whited out. When I say dissipated, I mean, you know, they went into, you know, DNA. They got whited out. You know what I'm saying? Their DNA got disintegrated. They intermingled with them and kept interbreeding, and half of them look white now. They don't look like no Israelites. He just got rid of them, like he said, through sword, through pestilence, and through you know, being disseminated.
That's a lot to take in. What you putting down?
You gotta let it ferment. Let it ferment. It's all good.
All right, that's a lot to take in, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of them. I mean, what you're saying that in the height of the white man's power, we was not enslaved. But when he started to fall down, his empire started to fall into pieces. That's when we finally got face to face with the white man and all of that. Is that what you're saying?
No. Let's look at it like this. Do you think that the Roman Empire back then, when with Julius Caesar and all them ruled, you think that he was more powerful and more effective than America?
The hell yeah.
No. America was greatest power ever existed on Earth. As far as money.
When the Roman Empire was doing their thing, they didn't have any rivals. Matter of fact, their rivals were they went down from the inside out rather than an enemy defeating them.
Right. But the Roman Empire didn't have the technology and the weapons
you said if they was to fight each other, which one would win? I was talking about literally all these Gentile countries was under their fist.
Oh yeah,
but
right.
Everybody's not under America's fist.
Yeah,
I mean,
not, but when America was at its heyday, they was. But we getting the Most High is breaking down that wrong. When you look at America, you're looking at Rome because it's transforming itself 10 different times. When you look at Great Britain, that was Rome.
Oh, that's what you're looking at. Okay, when we won the World War II.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same beast. It just He says it's diverse. It's like shape shifting. It's not all of the first three kingdoms: Babylon, Medes, the Persians, and Greeks. They was in a geographical location. But Esau is a full. He know how to relocate and don't fall.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's tomato, you know.
Right.
But that's saying that America won World War II, all right.
Yeah.
Not by themselves, but they won it.
Right.
They did have the big bomb.
Right.
And they've been a superpower over the last 70 years.
Right. They bring it down too.
But they no longer have that weapon that makes them a superpower anymore.
Right.
Now they can be defeated now.
Right. China got that weapon, and Russia got that weapon.
Yeah. Right. And they ain't scared of America. You feel me?
Right.
But America's keeping them under control through money.
Right.
But they gonna figure a way around that too, though.
Oh yeah. Well, America's going down. That's the thing about it. It's
right on. And well, I hear you, man. That was a lot to take in, man.
It's all good. I mean, you got, like I say, if you don't talk about it, then it ain't there. Then you got a chance to, once you see it, you deal with it, let it ferment, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
I respect you, Mr. Leonard. I do, brother. I respect you, and thanks for putting this on my mind. Even when I'm putting up a fight, I thank you anyway. Because I want to hear all my brothers, even the stuff that kind of hurts, man. I still want to hear it. I want to hear it. So, yeah, hey, that was different. That was different.
Right. Well, we're gonna pick it right back up tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Go right back in and let it ferment over the night. We're gonna come right back. You got
All
enough
right,
crack? Come back in, chop it back up tomorrow. It's all good.
all right, brother. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so anybody got anything else before we jet up? Michelle, you got something? Anybody got anything they want to talk about before we go?
Shalom. I'm good.
Yeah, we're gonna be here with we're gonna be back here tomorrow on the clubhouse at 8 o'clock, and we're gonna pick this conversation back up.
All right.
Pick back up and check, go in on it to see if it's, something that you came up with or we can talk about or whatever.
All right, that's what's up, brother.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So shalom, man.
Yeah, shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
Shalom. I'll see everybody tomorrow at 8. Trying to get my line to do this thing, but he ain't doing nothing. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Shalom. See you guys tomorrow on Clubhouse.
Okay.